So I'm joined now by Betfred's Alan Firkins. First of all, Alan, it was great to see the return of the Premier League last weekend.
It was indeed, Mark. Yes, it was fantastic. Some excellent performances. Manchester City particularly, arguably. Tottenham certainly. Bit of food for thought for United. But yeah, wonderful to have the product back. Absolutely brilliant.
So you touched up on Tottenham then. They got a big win against Southampton. Tottenham, for me, I think they might be the surprise package this year. I can see them under Conte challenging for that title. What do you think?
Absolutely, and the punters will certainly agree with you, Mark. They're into 11-1, third favourites in the Premier League betting at the minute. City, unsurprisingly, 8-15. We go 100-30, Liverpool. Chelsea 14-1, Arsenal 25s, and then it's out to 50s for United. But yeah, Conte, very impressive. And they put 4 past Southampton, of course, and Son Heung-min nor Harry Kane either managed to hit the back of the net, which is a big shock, a big surprise, but an indication of how powerful the Tottenham challenge may well be this time round.
Yeah, definitely. But you'd have to imagine that both those players will be hitting the back of the net regularly over the coming season. But just looking at City's game tomorrow, they host Bournemouth. Bournemouth beating Aston Villa 2-0 on the opening weekend, so it might not be the walk in the park that we'd imagine.
No, but interestingly, looking at the betting for this one, City, I'm almost embarrassed to say it, 1-14, let's say it quickly and nobody might notice, 1-14, the draw is 12-1, but how about this? Bournemouth 40-1 to win this football match, Mark, 40-1. I'm sure probably there have been indications or instances in the past where teams have been bigger than that in a one-off Premiership match where you've got just the 3 outcomes, but 40-1, I can't remember a prize quite as big as that. Quite amazing. And as you say, they've come off the back of a very decent performance when they beat Aston Villa. But City was so impressive at West Ham. And Mikel Antonio came off, and I heard him in a podcast this week say that the players really, they were chasing shadows pretty much. He described Erling Haaland as a speedboat, and he said that David Moyes said afterwards, look lads, they were just on it today, they were on another planet, you did your best, don't worry about it, we move on. So 40-1 Bournemouth. We're all expecting perhaps Haaland to get the first goal, maybe 13-8, shades of the old days of Aguero, looking at that first goal scoring market, and for the Golden Boot, Erling Haaland, unsurprisingly, 6-5 favourite, Mo Salah 9-2, Harry Kane 7s, Darwin Núñez 9-1 and 11-1 bar.
There we go then. If the odds are anything to go by, this is going to be a walk in the park for City. But if you are an optimistic punter, you can get Bournemouth at 40-1 to beat Manchester City. Well, we're going to move into Manchester United's game now. They make the trip to London to take on Brentford. But Brentford came from 2 behind last weekend to take a share of the spoils at Leicester. So it's going to be another difficult one for United.
Absolutely, yes. 5:30pm kick-off on Saturday at the G-Tech Community Stadium. Brentford, as you say, Mark, a cracking effort to peg Leicester back. Betting-wise for this one, pretty tight stuff. United are a shade of odds against. Brentford are 11-4. We've got 13-5 about the draw and 21-20 about a United win. And they need one, don't they? They certainly do. Let's hope that all the difficulties can be ironed out. It just doesn't seem fair that Mr. Ten Hag has to start his tenure in such choppy waters. Let's hope he can calm things down a little bit. And a result at Brentford would be a massive step along that path to doing just that.
Yeah, absolutely. But as I said then, it will be a tough task for Eric Ten Hag's side. Just very quickly though, Alan, where do you think United need to strengthen? And if they do lose this game tomorrow, it won't be a great start. And even though we're 2 games into the season, they will be looking at a potential relegation fight.
Yeah, well, some of the old stars are still having a go at the likes of the Fred McTominay axis, saying it's just not good enough in midfield. I'm waiting for Bruno Fernandes to start playing a bit more like Bruno Fernandes too. I'm sure that'll happen at some point. And, maybe a little bit light up front, aren't they, as well, surely? The gods haven't been kind with certain instances, shall we say, and injuries and what have you, and the Ronaldo situation been a little bit unclear. So it's in midfield and up front for me that they need to strengthen. We've had a few sagas, haven't we, in recent weeks, and there's still some time to go. What is it now? August 12, thereabouts. We've still got a couple of weeks before the window closes. There could be some action, I would have thought, at Old Trafford on that front.
Yeah, you'd certainly think so, wouldn't you? But looking at Marcus Rashford, the latest with him is that he could potentially be moving to PSG. Would it be a good move? Will it be a bad move? Only time will tell. Well, we're moving to some Betfred Super League news now because we are coming towards the end of the season. There's loads to play for. From a local perspective, the Salford Red Devils, they're making a push for the playoffs. They host the Huddersfield Giants on Saturday. Salford are priced at 6-5, and for Huddersfield to win the game, they are priced at 8-11. And for Salford to win the grand final, if they do make it, they are priced at 33-1. And if you do fancy a punt on any of the fixtures over the coming weekend, Betfred stores are now open. But of course, you can also bet online and via their app.